Volume 9 is coming soon for Need for Speed Unbound, and it needs to be good. I know that quite a few people went to visit Criterion over in the UK, and they know a bit about what is about to happen regarding updates to the game, but I am not one of those people. It's insane that I didn't get invited considering I literally live in the UK. We have people flying for double-digit hours across the ocean, and I live 2 hours away from where the meeting took place. I low-key could have drove there and snuck in, but I digress. In today's video, we are going to talk about Volume 9 in general and what we are expecting on a surface level. I do have a video planned to talk about the specific things people in the community are looking for, but that will be dropping later this week, so stay tuned. Nobody is saying the game needs to have a complete makeover and drop 2 city expansions in a month, but what we are saying is that Unbound now needs to focus on keeping a strong audience and not fall back into the ways that they were back then when volume updates consisted of no evergreen content. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Also, we are still going live on Twitch almost every single day. Make sure to check that out and drop a follow, but let's get into the video. Volume 9 needs to be a banger. Ever since the release of the Audi in Volume 6, the hype for this game has just been increasing more and more, and they have delivered each time. But the thing is, what is even going to be released for this next volume? What is there to even cover anymore? Will this update be bringing something from an older Need for Speed game into the mix like the previous 2 updates, or will it be something completely new? Now, I am not against when they bring new things into the game, but every time that they have went this route, it has never been hype. It seemed to be lackluster in every way for an update. Take hot laps and link ups for example. These 2 in-game activities were in separate updates, and the thing was, the individual volumes seemed to be completely based around them when they both could have been combined into the same package. We talked about evergreen content in the beginning of the video, and I want to dive into what that is for a second. The evergreen meaning in video games is something that can be replayed repeatedly and content that remains relevant and useful to players over a long period of time, regardless of the season it was released or the date it was released. This type of content is what encourages players to keep playing the game multiple times a week, not just once every couple weeks. This type of content is what keeps the player numbers high and what brings player numbers up if they were to dwindle. Evergreen content are things like PvP mode and hot pursuit mode. Activities like Gauntlet and Rumble are not evergreen content. A perfect example would be a farming area that is introduced into an RPG. This area will always be used and will never die off due to how it was designed to always be needed. This is the type of content Criterion needs to start making. PvP works and will always be used because it provides a solution to what one of the main problems were in the game, and that was never finding people to race with. Now, players can always have people to race with regardless of the time of day. The goal of Criterion should now be to maintain the audience that they have instead of just trying to keep the game afloat until the next Need for Speed rolls around. We all know, as well as the dev team, that a new Need for Speed game is no longer being worked on as fast as it once was due to the teams at EA being called in like the Avengers to work on the new Battlefield. We all feel some type of way about this, but it is what it is. We can't do much about it now. Now that year 3 is pretty much concrete evidence, all the stuff that was supposed to keep the community held for the end of this game needs to be expanded upon so that we get more content to extend the game's life cycle. On top of this, whatever stuff is working in the game needs to be improved on to bring new life to it. Do not get rid of things that are clearly keeping the player numbers at a reasonable level. That wouldn't make sense. Instead, take PvP, which is already working, and improve on it. Maybe have an option where the tiers of playlists can be chosen instead of just waiting for the clock to run out. For stock playlist PvP, have the option to have custom cars be added on the side. Maybe implement a voting system so that if you propose the idea, the lobby can agree or disagree. If the lobbies want custom cars, then everyone will be in a custom car and the new races will play the same as if everyone was in a stock car. The point is that these things need to be improved on while also introducing new content that will not get stale in the same week it releases. Now, regarding the rumors, I've heard a few rumors that Volume 9 is the last major update, and that may have been the case pre-Battlefield takeover, but I doubt it is the case now. There is no solid evidence that this is the last update for the game's life cycle, and if you look closely at the number under the volume logo, there are 2 digits, not 1. This small detail leaves room for volume 10, 11, 12, who knows, right? Of course, this is clearly just an observation and should be taken with a grain of salt as rock hard evidence, but still, let's keep an open mind. I have also heard that the next volume could be a most wanted update, a carbon update. It can be whatever update they want. It just needs to not be good, but be great. When I was on the podcast with Militia Gaming, the way he described the update was that it was so different he couldn't even compare it to every other update. That does give me a crazy level of excitement, but at the same time, I do want to keep it based in reality. Right now, there's a community post from me asking what you all want to see in Volume 9. It can be anything, but make it detailed so that when I discuss all the answers in 1 or 2 videos, I get the stuff you commented correct. I really want to hear expectations of the volume, things that need to be fixed and or improved on, really just anything. The chances of this video and the next video talking about the volume hitting the ears of the dev team may be small, but it's not impossible. Remember that. Even though this video is not about the specifics, I do want to give you guys an idea of what I want in this next update. I really just want to put you all in the same level of thinking that I'm at. My personal idea is that for Volume 9, we should be given the option to do any race with any tier car we want. There should be an option to choose any playlist from the map, and before sending it out to everyone in the lobby or to those in the party, you could choose the playlist to be from B all the way up to S tier, S plus tier. Whichever tier you choose, that is what tier of car everyone who joins the race will use. This could be for gauntlet, regular races, stock car races, rumble, and drift and drag. That way, every race can be tested with different levels of cars and the variety can be different. In general, we still do want new tracks, but that would be great to switch it up besides just rearranging the tracks and playlists. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about that idea and how you all want the new update to turn out. There are quite a lot of possibilities for this and I'm excited to hear how everyone feels. Also, videos will be dropping every single day this week, no breaks, as we are on the grind to 1K subs by the end of the year, so make sure that you are subbing up and turning on the post notifications. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.